Hey guys, welcome back to Pop Culture with Pat. Today, I'm going to be giving you my review on Jordan Peele's latest film, Us. So real quick, before we jump into the review, I just want to let you know that this review is going to be spoiler-free, so you don't have to worry about that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the film. So, Us is basically about, it follows this family of four, and they're going on vacation. They end up going to this cabin to kind of get away from things. It's the summertime, and while they're there, they end up running into, or I should say, this family runs into them, and they're basically almost like they're evil doppelgangers, and they start terrorizing, this family. So I went into this film, really expecting kind of like a, home invasion type of film with maybe like a little bit of a twist on it. That's the kind of vibe that, for the most part, what I got from the trailers. And, so that's what I was kind of looking, forward to when I went into this movie. And, man, I was in for a surprise because, it definitely starts out that way, as a home invasion film. But this movie evolves, throughout its runtime, and not only goes from, home invasion film, goes to a little bit of like a slasher, as well as one point even turns into like a zombie survival apocalyptic kind of movie, which was really cool and something that, I really appreciated getting to see the movie kind of evolve, throughout different parts of the film. So that was something that really stood out for me. Now, as far as the, characters go, we have Lupita Nyong'o, and she plays the mother of the family. And she's the star of this film. This is her film. Hopefully she gets some, recognition come time award season, because she knocked it out of the park with this, and she's getting a lot of recognition. I see from other people out there as well. So, great for her. She plays the mother of the family, and we actually, in the beginning of the film, starts off and we get some backstory of her as a kid growing up. And, that kind of plays into when we see her, as the film kind of moves on and we see her as an adult. It kind of gives a little bit of, info on why she kind of is the way she is. So she was, fantastic. We also had Winston Duke, and he played the father of the family. Now, he was a character that at first I was a little worried. I thought he was almost going to be a little too on the nose. He's definitely for the most part, provides a lot of the comedic relief. And in the beginning, I thought that he was going to be, that dad that kind of gets on my nerves, because that tends to happen a lot with, some horror films. So I was a little worried about that. But as the film, kind of went on, he did grow on me, and he actually did a pretty good job of kind of, knowing when to put some comedy in there, but also he was, he could be serious as well. So, and that's something that, not only he did, but I think Jordan Peele overall did a good job blending the comedy and horror aspects, which is not an easy thing to do, and a lot of times it can really take you out of the movie. That's not the case with Us, so I thought, he did a really good job as far as that goes. Then you also have the two kids in the film. I thought both gave really good performances as well. And, as a family overall, not only did they have to play, the original, family members, but then they also played these doppelganger versions of themselves. So, credit to all those guys. They put on, great performance, and you really, cared about these characters, which is very key, I think, for especially for me, for horror films. You want to care about the characters for the most part, and not always just be rooting for them to get killed off. So thought, Jordan Peele did a good job as far as, the writing and stuff like that goes, and these guys all gave solid performances. And again, as far as, now kind of going into the directing of the film, Jordan Peele, he proves with Us, he really knows how to, not only create, but, continually drive tension throughout a film, which I thought he did a good job here. Once it pretty much, kind of shit hits the fan, it really doesn't stop, and I found myself, for the most part, really invested in the story, on the edge of my seat for most of the film. So he did a fantastic job directing. There's one standout scene that, as far as just like, shots go, that really caught my eye was in the beginning when Lupita, her character, she was a little girl, and you see her walking down to the beach, and she's like, staring out at the ocean, a storm's coming in, and that shot was just fantastic, the way that was set up. Definitely a standout for me. Something else that, he did an amazing job that I wasn't, expecting with, this film was the incorporation of a couple songs. So one of the first one that really stood out to me was Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys. And I'll just tell you guys that I'm never going to be able to listen to that song the same way again. And then after that, shortly we got NWA, Fuck the Police was playing in there. And then, of course, you saw Luna's I Got Five on it. So he really did a good job, putting these songs into the film and really kind of, making them feel natural. And it wasn't just, a lot of these movies, or a lot of just like movies in general, they take, a pop song that's out right now and just kind of throw it into the film because it's, it's popular. No, these definitely, they made the scenes, way better in my eyes. So keep an eye out for that. I think you guys, are really going to appreciate that. And kind of tying in now to the music, the score, which is done by Michael Abel, is freaking incredible. I can't wait. I actually already downloaded it, been listening to it today, and I can't wait to pick it up once it is out on vinyl. Definitely going to be grabbing this. And I believe I thought I saw or heard that this is only his second film that he scored. The first one was Get Out, so it'll be interesting to see going forward if he continues to work with Michael, which I think that he should, because clearly he's done a fantastic job in both of his films. So that's definitely something I think you guys are going to really enjoy. The soundtrack, it complements the movie very well, and a lot of creepy tracks throughout the duration of the film. So I think you're going to like that. Now, one thing I also want to get into is that so I went with a couple of my buddies to go see, the film last night, and we, once we got out, we were, all talking about it for, a few minutes, and they both liked it, but, they both thought, I think, that Get Out, they liked that a little bit better. Personally, I think I like Us more than Get Out. Both are great films, but they, didn't necessarily care for this that much. And we talked about some of the questions that are posed throughout the film and don't necessarily get answered, which for me, I often like that. A movie that makes you think about it. I really appreciate that, and doesn't always give you all the answers. But I know for some people that might not necessarily be something that they really like. So if you are someone who is going into this film and kind of wants an answer for everything, you might be a little frustrated with this film, and I have seen some people kind of point that out, that they didn't know what was going on, but I like that ambiguity, so I really appreciated that. The only thing that there is one aspect of the film that they kind of do give you like an answer for, and I wish they would have left that a little bit more open-ended, but that's just like really my only like nitpick of the movie. But I definitely think this is gonna be a movie that divides the audiences, which is funny. Oftentimes when movies do that, especially like horror, I oftentimes end up liking those a lot. So, but I can definitely see some people not liking this film just because of not knowing what's going on with different like symbolisms throughout the movie, what certain things like meant, and then just like I said, leaving some things kind of open up for your own interpretation. So, but I really like that. Overall, I had a great time with this film, and it's funny, like today, I've just been thinking about it more and more, and the more that I do, I find myself, enjoying different aspects of it even more. So I can't wait to go check this out again. I highly recommend it. As far as the score goes, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Again, had a blast. Definitely recommend you check this out. Go into it with an open mind. Don't try not to, read any reviews, stuff like that. Go into it with an open mind, and I think that you guys, will like this. I'm excited to see what else Jordan Peele does in the future. But make sure that, you guys let me know down in the comments below what you thought of the film. If you did see it, keep it spoiler free, for the people who haven't seen it yet. But let me know what you thought. And then don't forget to, hit subscribe if you are new to the channel. And make sure you hit that bell button as well, so that way you get notifications for my videos. And keep an eye out. I will have my review for Shazam coming up very soon too. Saw that today, so I'll be posting, trying to get that review up as soon as possible. So thanks again, guys, for checking this out. Hope you enjoy the movie. And make sure, guys, as always, to check back for more Pop Culture with Pat.